Oh,
All right.
are you sharing this one, Miss Canola?
Sure. Yeah, I'll help you out.
I already deleted the other one. I'm gonna take the quick attendance while you get started. A couple of announcements. A couple of announcements, guys. So the first one is your notes must be taken in class. I've noticed that there's been a decline in taking notes. And I get it. It's not the same thing as school, guys, but these notes are meant to help you. The second thing I want to tell you guys is a lot of people, you only get one time now to do the independent practice. A lot of people have not, I repeat, have not taken that luxury, right? So, like, if you're doing that, guys, it is on you. It's not on me, right? All we're doing is making sure that you are taking your 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 independent practice and you're doing a timely effort. Isaiah Lay, I see you laying down, sir. I'm gonna ask everyone to please, again, sit up. Make sure that you're not falling asleep on me. I had that happening a couple times as well. It's nice to see everyone. Oh, hey, Haas. I didn't even notice you were in here.
Yeah, Mondays. I come every Monday.
No, I said I didn't notice that you was in the
Ah.
section. Yeah. So after that, being said, we're looking okay in terms of
Wait, I'm
attendance.
writing the learning target.
No, go ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
It's not going anywhere. Go ahead, Mr. You want to finish your train of thought?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just looking at attendance, and it's looking like we're missing a couple people.
Yeah,
Is this how it was?
they said Dwight was having internet issues, so he's not going to be in here. And then I messaged our two folks that don't have their cameras on. One said that their camera's broken, and I'm still waiting on a response from the other.
Yvonne's here. Isabella here?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see her.
She's actually she's outside with a coat with the mask.
No, I'm going down the list. I really don't see nobody, but it's okay.
Isabella, can you wave, please?
Okay, now I think, okay, I see her now. Angie, Cynthia, Arlenis is here. Casey is never here. Lorena, Tatiana, we know why. Haley Lopez, isn't it?
No Haley.
No, Haley, I thought so. And we're looking good. Isaiah Lay, Joseph, Alberry. I didn't see Alberry.
No Alberry.
Yeah. And Jean is here. Shay, Mariama's here. Nahidalin was in another class, remember?
Right, and Nahidalin tried to come in. I admitted her, and I don't know what happened to her.
Okay.
So absent, I guess.
Vanilla, Michelle. All right, guys. So clearly today's review, a complete review of everything we pretty much learned so far. I don't want to say everything, but pretty much everything. Ms. Canola, I took attendance. We're good to go.
Awesome, and I wrote down on Kickboard who's present, so you guys got on time. All right, so we're going to review today for the interim assessment, which is going to be on Thursday. Just a reminder, we do not meet tomorrow for math class. You will go to your first period class if you are unsure. You will take your ELA iReady assessment with Mr. Lucas and Ms. Wong. Wednesday is a normal schedule. The same thing applies on Thursday. You'll be with your homeroom teachers, Ms. Wong and Mr. Lucas, and you'll be taking your IA for math at 8:45 in the morning on Tuesday and Thursday.
I remember what I wanted to say. Guys, to be honest, you only get one time, and we're not doing this thing where if you score below a certain percentage, we're gonna ask you to stay for office hours on Mondays, strictly because that means that you're not actually understanding any of the topics or possibly the problem itself. And if that's the case, so if you score between a 10 and below a 10 and below, you will stay with us for office hours. As of right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. The people that are staying are strictly because they actually did not, I repeat, did not use their notes. In between the entire grade, we have a good chunk, Miss Canella, you know it. So right now we're looking at almost 30 people, right? Not scoring at where you should be scoring. That being said, right, that applies to you. I will see you in office hours. Now, just a quick, those of you that don't know, a 10 out of 15 is a 66. A 5 out of 15 is a 33 in terms of a grade for your independent practice, which is 30% of your grade. You do the math. I get it. It's Mondays, right? But you guys got to come prepared. Like, there's no if, buts, or whats. And I know it's not the same thing as school, but at the same time, you still got to come. And you still got to do what you got to do. That being said, Mr. Noah, take it away.
All right, let's assign 1, 2, and 3, sir.
I am doing that right now.
Now, before Mr. R assigns it, I just want to restate something. These are questions that are very similar. They're not the exact questions. They're very similar to what you're going to be seeing and what we've been reviewing and teaching you. Okay, so if you pay attention, take good notes, and review, you're all set to go for Thursday.
Angie. The first people are Alan, number 1, Angie, number 2, Arlenis, number 3, Cynthia, number 4, Daniela, number 5. Let's see who else I
And
got.
then one more for number 6. That's the turtle question.
Should we use? Let's pick. Isabella's outside. I'm not gonna do that to her. Shay.
Okay.
So if you heard your number 1, Alan, read it away, dude, and take it away like if you're gonna do it on your own. Go.
Can you just read the learning target first, Alan, and then the question?
The learning target is I can successfully.
A little bit louder, sir. We barely hear you.
The learning target is I can successfully show my understanding of the 6-number system and be prepared for my first interim assessment on Thursday, November 5th, 2020.
Okay, number 1, all you, none of us. Tell us what it says and how you would tackle this question. Go.
So, or you have to read the question.
Yeah, you got to read the question. Try to turn your mic setting up a bit, please.
Yeah, I just private chatted him and said the same thing. Please, it sounds like you're squeaking at us.
A basketball player attempts 60 baskets and makes 24 out of the attempted baskets. Which ratio describes the number of baskets the player made to the number of baskets the player attempted?
So how should we set this up? What over what? Before you give me numbers, what are the labels?
The labels?
What's the first ratio? What's the first thing? Are we doing made or attempted?
Made.
Made over what?
Over
The Heidelin's coming in. Okay. Made over attempted. All right, continue. Take it away. Finish it up. Alan?
Yeah.
How many baskets were made?
24.
How many were attempted?
24 over 60.
Okay, look at your answer that you just said. Look at the answer choices. What do you do now?
You have to simplify.
Okay, by?
You can simplify by 6.
Multiply, divide what?
Divide.
Okay. So what's the new ratio or fraction?
Would be 4 over 10.
Okay. 4 over 10. Do you see that as an answer?
So you have to simplify again.
Okay.
So you can simplify by 2.
Okay, what do you get?
It would be 2 over 5.
So it's what answer?
C.
Anyone have any questions on what he did here? Right, when you simplify, a lot of people knew that 6 was a factor that goes into both 24 and 60, but also if you had to do the GCF, what would be the GCF of 24 and 60? Instead of simplifying the fraction twice, what number could I divide by in one shot? Let's see in the chat. 12. Yes, Joseph, you're correct. So you're right, Joseph. Simplify by dividing, and you actually find the GCF.
All right, number 2. Good job, Alan. Alan, when you have a chance, look at that video that we sent out for the microphone and raise that volume up a little bit, sir. Appreciate you. The next one is Angie.
Angie, please read the question and tell us how you would tackle this.
Practice problem number 2. What is the order pair for point Q?
So first of all, what quadrant is point Q in?
Quadrant 2.
Okay, now what do?
We start at the origin
Okay, keep going.
and go 4 spaces to the left
Okay. Which then brings me.
and 3 spaces up.
So what's the ordered pair now that you just described?
-4 and 2.
-4 and 2? You said.
And 3.
There you go.
And what other choice would that give you? A, B, C, or D?
A.
Good. The next one on our list, Mr. Noah.
We'll just give them a sec to write that down.
Yep.
Guys, we just want to stress one thing, that this is the origin, right? This is where the X and Y axis intersect. They meet at point 0, 0. The first number is always the X, as you saw Angie, and the second number is always the Y. The X is horizontal, so if the X number, the first number is positive, you move to the right. If the first number in the X is negative, you move to the left. Now on the Y, which is up and down, right? If the number is negative, you're going to move down on the Y, and if the number is positive, you're going to move up on the Y. Okay, we just wanted
Again,
to.
this is a review, guys, and I know that it's a little bit more than usual because we're doing more than 3 questions, but we just want to make sure that you're ahead of the game. That's all. All right. Problem number 3 goes out to Arlenis. Arlenis, you there? No, Arlenis? Earth to Arlenis? Maybe? Maybe Arlenis?
Shaylin had her hand up, Mr. R.
Let's double check this. What's going on?
I don't see her, Lennis. Usually she's.
She's there, right? Yeah, I know. Shay, pick up. You talking, Shay? Because I don't hear you.
We have an iTunes person coming in.
Shay, you talking? Let's try another person then. Daniela, can you pick up and do this one? While people adjust their microphone settings.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes, we can actually. Perfect.
Okay, so if we want to find the opposite of 1/2, we have to know that this 1/2 is positive, and the opposite of that would have to be a negative. So it'd be -1/2. So let's see. Since S is in the positive side, it cannot be S, and neither is R. So in Q, we see it's between -1 and 0, which that means it's in the right place, and P is far too far in the left side, so it cannot be that.
So question, what would point P be located at? What integer is graphed at point P, Daniela?
The place point P is at is in between -5 and what should be -6. So it'd be -5 and 1/2.
Okay, so continue, you're almost done. I want you to go through, I love the way you solved this question. I want you to tell the class what point R is located at and what point S is located at.
Okay, so since we just said that P is -5 and 1/2, then in looking at the place S's, that would be the opposite of P. So that means it's 5 and 1/2.
For which one? For R or S?
S.
Okay. And what is point R located? What's point R's location?
Since R is the opposite of Q, that means that would be 1/2.
Mm-hmm. So then you said it was Q here.
Good job, Daniela.
Beautiful, Daniela.
The next one is going to try. Let's try Cynthia.
Consider the list.
Huh?
We can hear you at all.
Consider the list of the.
A little louder.
Consider the list of the numbers in the table below. Which numbers correctly represented all of the values given in the table?
So, first of all, what's absolute value?
Absolute value is the distance a number is away from 0.
And what's the symbol that's used to show that?
The positive symbol.
Look at your table. You remember? What do we call those lines? Has a special name. Somebody help her out. What do we call those lines? This, and then there's a number in the center. We call those, starts with a B. See if someone wrote it in the chat. My Wi-Fi. We call those brackets, right? So we read that as the absolute value of 5 is, right? The absolute value of 5 would be what? For argument's sake. How far is 0 from 5? If this is 5, how far is it from 0? I think you said 5. Okay, continue now. Finish the question. It's all you now.
So first, A will be in the positive.
Oh, okay. I like what you're doing. Okay, so A is correct here. What about B?
B is in the negative, so A is crossed out.
Wait. B is what? Hold on. B, it says A is what?
In the first number line, A is correct. And
Okay,
then
what about on the second one?
in the chart, it doesn't say -1.
Oh, I see what she's saying. She's going through each point. So she, okay.
That's 1 point at a time, though.
I got her.
And then for the second one, A is correct. B is also correct. C is correct. And D is also correct.
Why?
Because all of the numbers on the chart are positive numbers, and on the number line, all of the numbers are positive also.
I like what she did, Mr. R, how she was doing point A is correct. Let me go find the correct answer, which is great. What we also did, what Mr. R was saying, is to go through each letter that's plotted and then eliminate. So like if you look, right, you did a great strategy. The absolute value of 4 is 4, so A was correct. A was correct in A and B. But on C, we know it's -4, so we can say goodbye. And here, this was correct. But then if you, like you did before, if you go to B, we need +1. This is a negative, so that's incorrect. This could be right because it's at the positive. This is at the negative, and this is at the negative. So clearly, you could have done it your way or this way. You see that, guys? Okay.
We gave her positive kickboard points for that. That was great.
Good, Mr. R. Who's up next? This one's for you.
This one's for me. It's a pick.
Well, I don't know who's doing it.
Isaiah Lay, pick up. Isaiah. There you go. Talk to me. Yeah, just, Isaiah, I barely can hear you. You're lagging. Okay? I think that you have too many things open and take too much stress on you.
Who's next? Angie? Michelle?
Angie, go. Pick up.
Angie.
even though she already won.
Which number has an absolute value that is greater than 9?
So, Angie,
What would you do, Angie?
what do you do?
Well, we can eliminate -4.
Well, let's look at it. Why do you say that? Tell me what's your reasoning behind that?
Because when we find the absolute value of 4, it will equal 4, positive 4.
Now, what's the absolute value of -4? This purple dot. How far is 0 from -4? Because you just said it.
4.
So the absolute value is what?
4.
Okay. What's the absolute value of 5? Let's go through all the choices. 5's in pink. How far is 0 from 5?
5.
Okay. What's the absolute value of -6 in green? How far is 0 from -6?
It's 6 units away from.
Good. And what about the absolute value of 10?
It's 10 units away.
So now using this, figure out which number has an absolute value greater than 9.
Positive 10.
Questions, guys? We just want to restate, right? That absolute value is how far a number is from 0. It's the distance, and it's always positive. So you can never have a negative absolute value. Think about it. When you walk, right, your feet increase, your distance increases. So remember that. Not just for tomorrow, but just in general. Mr. R, who's going up next? I found a typo here.
You found the typo?
Yeah. Spelling mistake. Go ahead.
Let's try Lorena, or either Lorena or Joseph. You could pick, Miss Canella.
No, you can pick.
It's a good choice.
I know. I don't know who to pick. Maybe both.
All right, let's break it down. Just both of you guys do it. Joseph, start us off. I'll read it for you, Joseph, and then you tell me what we're doing, okay? It says Jamie has 2 pet turtles that race around a circular track, A and B. Both turtles start at the same time. Turtle A returns to its starting point every 4 seconds. Turtle C. What does that say, Ms. Canelo? I don't know what you wrote there.
Where? Oh, turtle. I spelt it wrong.
Turtle B returns to its starting point every 6 seconds. If turtles continue running, what is the least amount of time in seconds that both turtles will arrive at the starting point at the same time? Joseph, what are we doing?
I believe we could do the least common multiple, and then like different multiples of 6 and 4, and find one that's the same.
How do you find the LCM?
So first, we're going to make a list of the multiples of 4, and then a multiple, and then the multiples of 6.
Okay.
So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 16, 20, 24,
Keep going.
30.
Oh,
My bad. 28.
Come on.
32.
one more.
And 36.
Beautiful. Now what?
And you do the multiples of 6. On 6. 12, 18, 24, 30,
One more.
let's see, 36. And
Okay. Now what?
now we just have to circle the numbers that are the same in the list.
So, what are they?
So there's 12. 12.
What else?
There's also 24 too.
Okay. Any others?
And 36.
So now,
And so now we have to do the math and see which one is the least common multiple.
Maybe Lorena could answer the rest.
sure.
Joseph, thank you for that. Lorena, pick up.
The LCM of 4 and 6 is 12.
Why wouldn't it be 36?
Because we're finding the least common multiple, not the greatest common factor.
And what if I was to tell you to find the greatest common factor of both numbers?
Huh?
What if I was to ask you to find the greatest common factor? What's the difference?
The difference.
Actually, can you help me with that? Let's try to find the greatest common factor of both numbers, yeah?
Calitos. The GCF of 4 and 6 is 36.
Oh,
Think about this. Think about this. List the factors of 4 for me, Lorena. I'll give you a hint. When we start this off, it's going to be 1 times 4, right?
Yeah.
What's the next one?
2 times 4.
What two numbers equal 2 times 2 equals what?
oh, you just gave it away.
2.
2. There you go, right? And what about the factors of 6? You do this one by yourself.
1 times 6.
Okay.
And 3 times 2.
Mhm.
Now, what's the greatest common factor?
2.
There you go.
Oh no,
What did you do, Camilla?
I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. I hit something. I hit the back button. I hope it's still there. Brush your colors. Let's see.
It should be.
Yes.
So it's what? It's what, Lorena?
2.
Right. Why wouldn't it be 36 now?
Because
It's
we're
2 different methods, right?
Yeah.
There you go. I just wanted to show you guys that there's 2 different methods when we're doing GCF and LCM, and sometimes people get it confused. Remember, when you have the F in GCF, you gotta list what? Factors. When you have the M, you have to list the multiple.
Canal, your screen turned green.
Is that the case for everybody?
No.
No.
Okay. Did you hear what Mr. R said though? Mr. R, can you say that one more time? That was a really good thing. What did you say?
So GCF, when you have the F in GCF, it stands for factors. You have to list them out. When you have the M in LCM, you have to list the multiple. Guys, realize it's 2 different things, and you can end up having the wrong answer, right? So when we think about this, I want you guys to make sure that you're tackling the problem first, finding out what we're using, GCF or LCM, and then we're tackling the problem one by one, okay?
And one other thing to add on to Mr. R is that when you see greatest common factor, you want to think the word greatest, maximum, greatest, maximum, oops, if I could spell, most, right? Multiples, you're going to see, you don't have to write these words down. I mean, you can, but least, or you might see the word smallest, something like that. All right? Everyone
So,
go.
again, guys, that was it. I know that it was a little bit lengthy or a little bit longer than expected, right? But that's the whole point. We need to make sure that we hit the review and we hit it running. So as of right now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be opening up your independent practice, and then I'm going to be opening up your exit ticket. Remember, score high. If not, I see you for office hours right after this class. So it's open. Please take your time. Use all your notes. Use a calculator if you have to. Okay, I'm done. You guys can do your independent practice and I can take it, and I'll stop talking.